We're getting ready to. Our new drum keeper was passed. The drum was passed to him last year, and they call pay for the drum. It's not really a correct term. I don't know what the translation is because today even people ask me. They say, "Well, how much do we have to pay? How much do we have to give?" It goes back to in our family units that first son is Elon, and they put a lot of store behind that first son. And usually our drum keeper is always the first son. And that's they put the best on them. And that's the way I always teach people that they recognized that how important their children were. And whatever they could do to honor them and to elevate them to that position, they would just do anything. And so when they took this drum, our tribe found that it was in kind of a state of turmoil. We moved down here from Missouri and Kansas and areas. Found those old ways didn't work, and they tried it for a long time. We had different ways. We had medicine men, medicine women, and they had tattoos, and they had different lifestyle. But they got around here in Oklahoma, in this area here, found it didn't work for them anymore. So they started looking for something to replace it. So they said that our ways are good, but just like with this, I guess the earth and the terrain, it just doesn't work anymore. So here in our Zonzoli's, they tried a lot of different things. They tried ghost dance, tried other people, other tribes would come. So when the cause come, they brought a drum. And they talked about it, and they kind of tried it out for a while. And they said, this is something that's good. And they said, this big drum. They said, they explained it to them. They said, it's got good meaning to it. And so they took a lot of our old ways and they put them in this drum. So so cause brought us a drum, but we put our ways in there. And that goes back to our old ways that they had and the good things they found. And so that's what we continue on. And so over probably 150 years, we've been, they said something, they said, this is good. And they said, raise your families in here. And they said, it's a time for us to come together. It's an expression of Osage life. So that's where we're gathered here today. And the way that the drum keeper, Gideon Goodeagle, is going to do his family is the way that they did very closely to the first time that they first danced over there, first set foot. And so what they did was that they wanted to take their most prized possessions, and it was such an honor for them to drum, because we always look at that drum passes, it's going to pass, it always passes, goes to a different home. And they said when that person, they want to look at them, and they want to see that that's a good young man. They said, and they always said, he's going to grow up in here. He's going to grow up, and what he learns from watching these older men is that that's the way he's going to be in life. And in turn, his time going to come, he's going to teach. So that's what we see today. We see it continue on. So where they're going to gather today, they're bringing the most prized possessions. Like one, they're going to bring a horse. Sometimes they bring more. It depends what they want to do. But we were a horse culture a long time ago, and the value was placed on that horse. And they used it for war, for hunting, for transportation, even companionship. And that was so valued. That's why that they always give a horse away. And I said that's the prized possession. And so they had the best horse they had. And they used to race horses, and they used to, even in kind of more times, my grandfather, they were ropers. And so there's anything they could do on a horse, they did. So that's the significance, that they had. And they're going to bring these women dressed in wedding clothes. And when they got those coats, that was something that they didn't have. They embraced that because it was unique and special. So that's why when they would get married, they would put them on them. But they also used it for here, and that's what they want to do. Is that they have positions over here that they're going to, they say, recognize, and they're going to give it to them. And so that's what the thing about those wedding coats was. Is that it's a very special. Plus, it's all Indian clothes, women's clothes, and the woman has a part in here too. Cooks and singers and just getting everything ready. Being a part, so they're gonna take part. They'll share that, and I just think so. That's what our people used to do. They used to bring these wedding coats. Several women will be dressed in there, and they'll have the horses, and then they'll have a blanket for everybody. Blanket is significance among our people too. We kind of lost that, but the blanket symbolizes a lot of things. They always wore blankets, and that was a form of like modesty to cover yourself. It was like a vestment. But even too, when there's sickness or sorrow. They put a blanket on them. So we kind of use that in our lifestyle. So that's what they're going to give all our Dodahas and all of our committee. When they see them, they're going to give them that blanket. And that's a recognition of who they are, what they're going to be, because they're going to help. They're going to be help this, because that drum belongs to all of us. Drumkeeper just takes care of it. So they'll be, they'll give shawls away, pretty shawls. They'll enjoy that, and then they'll give away just about whatever their most prized possession they have. They might give clothes away. It's full sets of Indian clothes. They've done that before too, and that's just an honor. So when we say pay for the drum, that's kind of not a term we use. I don't know what that term is, but because it's not paying for it, is that what they're doing is that they're so proud that drum comes to their home, that they want to give away the best, and they want to do the best they can for their son, and to recognize all the people that's going to be a part of their committee. And it's usually about 4 years. So that's what we gather today, and that's what we're looking for. It's excitement. A lot of people are going to come that don't usually come. They're going to come to witness. They're going to come to see what the family does, and it's to see something really a great celebration that we only see once every 4 years or more that we see here. And it's a great experience, and they're going to give away a lot. And that's just simply to honor their son, their Ilongpa, the drumkeeper, and that's how they so thankful to this family that brought them. And so that's what we're going to do today. In just a moment, we're all going to go up there, and we're going to do that. And their family's going to come in. We'll be waiting for them. And we're going to talk about their family, about their life, or who they are, and then we're going to seat all of our committee members, and then we're going to start. And that's kind of, we'll pray, and then the drumkeeper, he's going to hit that drum. Then we're in order, and then we're going to go until he passes that drum himself. That's what we're going to do.
Well, it means everything. It means more than words can express, really. You can't express it all in words. It's a lifetime preparation, you might say, from the time you was born into a family, and you begin to learn your culture, learn about your people, and then growing up around this dance and being a part of it, and hearing all the stories, and all the teachings, all the philosophy, everything that goes along with it. And then, not ever in my wildest dream did I ever think that my son would be asked to be a drumkeeper. So when that honor came, it's just a feeling that you can't describe.
Well, it's a great honor because back in, way back, we had the drum over there with Victor Akers. My mother wrote Pipe Jam and Eva Little Star. We were part of it like these young girls. So it means a lot. And King Bowman, we're kind of all in a family of drum keepers. Gideon's dad, he was on our Osage committee 21 years. He started as a water boy, and he's real proud, but he's in ill health and he couldn't come down here. Yeah, we're real proud. I'm real proud because Gideon's my grandson, and little Gideon, the drumkeeper, is my great-grandson. We're very proud of him. Try to do the best I can to represent my boy's side.